You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out.
Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. You know, I remember back when Charleston White OD'd on Gillie's son after he passed. I remember that live. It was very atrocious. It was very disrespectful. It was very malicious, and etc. At that time, I believe Charleston White and Gillie were at odds, beefing with each other. And I think that's why Charleston White went so hard and used that as an opportunity to get at Gillie as hard as he did. But that was the wrong time, and it was a sad time, man, because Gillie was, man, going through it, man. But unfortunately, I usually do post the videos to show y'all in case you didn't catch it or whatever. But Charleston White's content is so disrespectful, and like the words that he used are just so crazy that YouTube blocks a lot of that language he uses. So with me sharing it, it would quite naturally block my content. So I can't put it up in here, y'all. Not this time, but we gonna definitely brief and go over it, and I will fill you in. So I didn't think Gillie was gonna respond because, like I say, Gillie was grieving, and he still is grieving. I don't have a child, but I can imagine the grief process never really stops. You know what I'm saying? It probably gets better with time. You know, sometimes some days are better than others, weeks. But the grief of a child is, you know, when do you stop? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like 3 years go by, oh, you all good, you out partying, and it's all good. No, that's a child, and that's what I think the eyes Charleston White should have looked through it. I think Charleston White was very immature of what he did, but getting back into it, you know, just to show a great exemplification of what Gillie was going through at the time, just a great exemplification, right, is y'all remember right after it happened, the unaliving of Gillie's son? Not right after, but shortly after it, Gillie went to a Meek Mill's concert, and he was on stage with Meek Mills, and it just looked like it was the craziest scene I ever seen. It looked like he was praying and passing out at the same time, going through it about his son on stage, a live performance. You know what I'm saying? You dang near a part of the performance because you up there with Meek Mills, y'all, everybody from Philly up there. You're actually a part of the show, and you up there just lost in the sauce and totally giving in to what's happening, and totally, you can see the trauma. You can see it taking him. You can see he gone. The trauma, the grief, the grieving. Yes. So, perfect example of what Gillie was going through when Charleston White did that. You know, Meek Mills had to shake him, dang near wake him up. Look, listen, man, I'm here for you. We here. You know, shake that off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it? So now he finally speaks up and gives the reason why he can't forgive Charleston White and why, quite frankly, he doesn't respect him. And this is a unique and a different outlook, because I wasn't expecting this from Gillie, but it's respected. Wasn't expecting it, but it's respected. Y'all gotta hear this. Before you do, I have to ask you to please hit the like button. You know, I work hard for this. A lot of research goes into this stuff. You know, I don't ask for a Chinese nickel. I do ask for you to share this if you got the time. Subscribe if you support people in wheelchairs like me. You know, and last but not least, notification bell. That keeps you notified on any and everything this channel produces in the future. It keeps you ahead. You know what I'm saying? Notified. You know, I understand the unforgiving part. You know what I'm saying? 100%. We are all humans. Charleston White went out of his way to do this to Gillie while Gillie was at his lowest, while he was at his most vulnerable. We don't know what Gillie wanted to do to himself or to other people at that time. Like I said, I showed y'all videos of him on stage with Meek Mills. Y'all seen, just take that video times 10, going through that every day. You know, and a person getting down on you like Charleston White did. Charleston White is not an average comedian. He hits it with it, hurts. He hits you at your lowest, and he drives it, keeps driving it. And he got this laugh out of this world that draws everybody in, got this huge following, and it's just a clown show every time you deal with him, which is why a lot of people choose to look the other way and ignore him, because they understand that pays off better than trying to go toe-to-toe with someone like that. You know, it's just some battles you never win, especially a clown show. But I want to get into this footage and show y'all Gillie's response live before I give the rest of my commentary. Other than that, roll it.
You know, that's how I look at it.
And then Charleston White says something disrespectful and derogatory towards your son, but he later apologized. Did you accept his apology? Did you talk to Charleston?
No, but you know, you can't. I can't respect niggas like that, because what I know you for. When I ask you, what do you know him for? Think about it. Mm-hmm. You don't even know. You know him for disrespecting niggas that's known.
Right.
Think about that. You ain't putting the work in out here. You ain't did nothing. You got on the internet at 40-something years old, a nigga that had nothing going on, and disrespected niggas that put work in. I can't respond to no like that. Me and you ain't on the same level. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't respond to a that called POs online. Wow. Think about that. I can't respond to nobody that tell you, come do this, you got a gun, come nigga, let's get it, we can get into it. But then you call a PO online, man. It's pretty obvious to me and you ain't the same type of man. So I'll let do they talking, man. I don't worry about that shit, man. We talk about that I don't even know what I know you for. You ain't did nothing. Wow. Feel what I'm saying?
I do.
I don't know what I know you for other than talking shit about that's known.
That's actually doing something.
That's actually doing something. Oh, man. What are we talking about, man?
I just read, I saw about this 17-year-old basketball player, straight A student. Am I wrong, Gillie? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right. That's what my son.
See, what I don't understand about Gillie's response is this. You know, cool, you're not forgiving the person that rubbed in your child's, you know, early decease, you know, early demise, got to use the right word, you know, and according to Gillie, he was innocent. He was caught on the block at the wrong time where they were beefing with another block. They came through and did that thing. Gillie's son was out there and he caught, you know what I'm saying, he caught shells that wasn't meant for him. Now, a lot of parents go that route and they say these things when their child is a victim. I'm used to hearing that a lot. A small amount of time, very, very little times is this true. But for some reason, I believe Gillie. I believe Gillie would tell the truth if his son was the target. You know, son seemed like he was trying to rap a little bit. Gillie said he was trying to be in the streets, but you can look at it and tell what it was. You know, he wasn't out there doing nothing to deserve that. But the streets is the streets, and the streets begets the streets. It does what it does, whether we like it or not, right? But I just don't understand what Gillie is saying, that he doesn't respect the fact that Charleston White talks about people that he don't know. And like the reason I question that so hard is because everyone on the internet talks about people they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Gillie, like, you know, he's talking about people that does better than him, that's doing better than him. I mean, that's what I do. I think it's called reporting a lot of the times. But I understand that a lot of this is coming from Gillie is still grieving, you know, so these things they say is always going to be biased. His words are always going to be biased towards Charleston White. So a lot of things, you know, like to me, it's not going to make 100% sense. It's not going to make 100% sense, but it makes 100% sense to Gillie. It's just, like I say, he's affected, the trauma. He's emotionally attached to this situation. It was directly a sibling of his kid. So we got to look past a lot of these things, because it's like apologizing for regular things. You know what I'm saying? People take years, centuries to forgive people for regular things, let alone someone dissing your deceased child. You know what I'm saying? I can't comprehend how long it'll take for a person to forgive a person for something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times it just depends on the character and the type of person that person that you're dissing was, right? Because the love that people have for a person that is this, the love is stronger than the forgiveness, right? Basically meaning like that person that you dissing could have been a righteous person helping people, you know what I'm saying, what we consider in low income environments, right? Real, you know, out there doing real things, out there being real to people, standing on their word, being a man of their word, standing on business in the streets, maybe with gangs and all this stuff, associations, and just being real, man. Never been fake, never went out their way to lie, cross nobody, nothing like that, right? People like that, people become emotionally attached to, and you know what I'm saying, you know, it's hard for a person to sit around and hear you diss people like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take it to the grave, aiding you with an H at the beginning, HATE, aiding you for life, because that person that you're dissing just had that much love and was just that righteous and just meant that much. That's how I go. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I definitely understand. But my thing is this, right? Does a malicious comedian like Charleston White deserve forgiveness? Specifically for what he did to Gillie and what he said about Gillie's deceased son. Does he deserve forgiveness? And the second question is, does a person like Charleston White even give a damn about forgiveness? Does he care to be forgiven? Even though he did apologize to Gillie. Because like I say, Charleston White went in and that Ray Charles can see that he was dead wrong. But does, you know, the way Charleston White laughed things off and the way his level of seriousness for things, do y'all think he cares about Gillie or anybody else forgiving him? y'all let me know down in the comment section. You know, along with that, please attach that like button. You know, this lets the algorithm know that, look, I'm back. You know, I was sick for a while and I want to get my views up. I don't want to get 1 or 2 views. I want the views that I deserve like everybody else. Also, share this video if you had time. Subscribe to the channel if you support the disabled community. I am disabled. You know, I go through it and I deserve it. Last but not least, notification bell, keep you notified on any and everything this channel produces for the future. Other than that, I gave you what I came to give you. This is the self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news channel on YouTube at this time. So the TV is written down there.